I was a bodybuilding champion at 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Accomplishing stuff.
What made you want to get
Yeah.
to that?
So it's crazy, but my whole life has just been a road to get to WWE. There was never it was never a second choice. It's always been WWE, figure out a way to get there. And at a very young age, at 12, I decided to, I need to do I know I can do something right now to get myself prepared for WWE. Working out. All these dudes look crazy. Like, I got to get in shape. So I remember I started training at 12. I was working out all the way until I was 17, and I remember there was a bodybuilder at the gym, and he was like, "Hey man, like, some people were telling me about you, like you're real young, but you're into wrestling." And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And he's like, "Well, I do bodybuilding shows and stuff." He's like, "But I did my show, and there was some scouts from WWE there, and they offered me a tryout." He was like, "But I didn't take it because I'm not really into that. I'm into bodybuilding." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh, okay, like." All right, so maybe I need to do a bodybuilding show. So I did the bodybuilding show, and man, like when I tell you this, like there's nothing more mentally like just of a challenge than bodybuilding. Like the diet part, it's not even like the physical part. Like just in my mind, like I remember looking at myself in the mirror, man, and I was just like, "Yo, why are you doing this?" But I just remember what I was trying to get out of it, and I remember literally after the show. I won 2015 Mr. Teenage Georgia bodybuilding, and I remember walking out. We were in Atlanta, and I think the arena name changed now. It was there was Phillips Arena next to it, and there was a sign advertising Raw. And my bodybuilding coach, he was just like, next week we'll meet up and figure out what's next. And I was like, nah, like I pointed to the sign and they were advertising Raw, and I was like, that's next. That's where I'm trying to be. And he was like, all right, like, it's bodybuilding. You didn't hear anything?
It's like an award that people hand
yeah.
people when they win something.
Bro, you was 17 right there?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I think I was 183 pounds here, and then 2 days later I was 220.
How's that happen?
What's your walk around weight now?
Right now I'm 210.
Oh, okay.
But it's just because of the water depletion. A lot of it was water weight, and my abs were gone after that. It was 2 days. Yeah, my body, because basically, man, like it's I'm not really knocking on bodybuilding, but it's not healthy to be that lean. Like that's you're close to. I think after 3% body fat or 2%, like it's like kidney failure. Like it's scary. Like so it's not. But like, man, I remember like I seen some pictures. My face was kind of just draining, man. Yeah, it looked like you'd been starving.
Those slits in the middle.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, nobody hit me up. Well, I'm done with this. Like, on to the next thing. So in Atlanta, they do a lot of movies and stuff. So like the entertainment business is big there. So I did a lot of extra work, and I was like, man, I'm just hoping like somebody sees me, and they're like, you don't really fit here, but WWE. It was a broad like, hope. Right. But I was like, maybe like. But I did that for a little bit, and then I was like, all right, like I'm just in the crowd, like this isn't really going anywhere. So I found a wrestling school, and then from that point, I was just using the extra work money to pay off wrestling school. And then one day my coach was like, yo, like you don't have to work a real job to do this. Like you can do it full time if you commit. And I was like, yo, I'm committed. Like I'm gonna do it. Like so.